Welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, we just left off from like the last 26-minute video that I made. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Last episode we got boob jump scares. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Yeah, more like pull off their panties. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Who did I score more points with? I think it was the pink-haired girl, or Natsuki, because I think this one I got more points with. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Triple dot with a question mark. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me? It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke my emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Dude, A for effort, my favorite. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest, I am. Dude, total like A for effort, man. You're telling what everyone can do. You should put people can die, though, because that's what can happen. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like this? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Come on, guys. Isn't that what happens? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. I don't understand at all. I don't get it. But anyway, the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that when I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling prude, then I won't take that away from her. See, because I'm a nice guy. Who should I... This one. Big boobed purple hair girl. Triple dot. More triple dots. Yuri stares at the poem, and it passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. Don't have a brain aneurysm, please. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right,
It's just that there was our specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. And having been through myself, I kind of learned to pick on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. This voice hurts. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form and fit two together. The end result is that both the style and the expensiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to work together. And it's probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Bias? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? I can't read that. Ghost Under the Light. I can barely read cursive, but I'm gonna do my best. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. What?
I'm so sorry. I have such...
Yes, you do. I cannot read that. How did you know? What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But I totally was.
But it took you so long time to read it.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I should write longer poems. Not at all.
Ah, it's Toad joining the conversation. Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts?
Phew. Actually, the story's about a ghost at all, Jim Bob.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
My voice hurts. I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. This is gonna be even worse tomorrow.
But remember that the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, a remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, if it makes you happy that you think of that, just remember that I won't be long before you pick up one of these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, thank God I can be done with that voice. Let's do Sayori last, Monika. I get to do the manly voice. Hi, Jim Bob. Having a good time so far? Hell no. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you are new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess Why can't I read my own? I really want to read it. I want to see what I wrote. I want to see if I put like all like the random ass words, because that's really funny. Don't worry, Jim Bob. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monique in my I always get so tied into the character that I keep going on with the voice. I had Monique in my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other as well as being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe that I get when reading your poem. So together in my poem I put banana sausage and cigarette butt. Did that make any sense? Hell no. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing was kind of gentle. Feel it. I could tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's always good to have a cry every once in a while. That's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit, either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like that you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See? The direction. The spackle protrudes. A noisy neighborhood? Or neighbor? An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. I can't see. I reel, blind, like a flume left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I don't know. My retinas. Already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Searching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what did you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? My burp. 14 minutes is how long this is going on for. No jump scares yet. Great. Or spoopy stuff. I want spoopy shit to happen. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly, maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So, just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And then, gee, who should I give my poem to next? I don't know. Satan. Hang on. I gotta check my audio. My audio is not very loud. Triple dot.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Jim Bob. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah.
Gee whiz. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm not sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people do, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Jim Bob poem.
That's right, it's your boy Jim Bob giving off his own poem.
And that makes it feel extra special. Maybe because you wrote it, and your fingers on it, so I licked the paper. And I got a taste of your fingers. Ah.
Alright, sorry, that got a little too gross there.
Like I can feel your feelings in it. You know, the feelings that you put in to beating something.
Sayori hugs the sheet against... Ow. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See, it's like I said before, Jim Bob. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of a reason I joined. Knowing how much that this means to her at all.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. I'm getting very tired. I'm starting to get a little brain dead here. Everything is slowing down. I'm getting very, very tired, okay?
Yay, now you read my poem too, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot I have to read yours. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, we'll see about that. Dear Sunshine. I like how the music gets all happy and skippy. Okay, let me read this. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow. Wait, I'm gonna put on her voice.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub my sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I like the ending. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about yourself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Really? Yes. Really? Yes. Spank my bottom. Hey, look, a guy is playing. Especially the last time. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monique is the best.
Yeah. But next
time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around their room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they are just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monique are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Yeah.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out all nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Jim Bob too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Nah. And Jim Bob liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Ooh. Shit. That's not good. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying... The music turned off. I'm a little scared. To impress our new member, Yuri. Oh, now it's just... okay. I was...
That's not what you just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Jim Bob appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything overtly cutesy. You. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boob magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jim Bob started showing up.
And Natsuki!
What's happening? I'm scared. It's turning like some kind of like Pennywise dancing music. Natsuki, that's a little... Doesn't that...
This doesn't involve you!
I don't like the fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, and they just noticed I was standing there.
Jim Bob! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Jim Bob.
Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Jim Bob?
Burp. I gotta burp. I can burp. There we go. Burp.
Well,
Triple Dot. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. You're gonna make me do this? I'm gonna call for help. This is Suki. Suki glances at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri! But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when now you're making your friend feel like this? Jim Bob. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. This is unfair for others to interject their own feelings into the conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell. Oh, yeah, tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
I did this. This is my fault. But excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes.
Stop!
Natsuki, Yuri,
you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your heads. Everyone's so talented. So why are you fighting?
Because...
Well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Okay. Triple dot. Triple dot. Sayori triple dot. Sayori stands triumphantly, period. I'm not gonna read the period anymore. My arm hurts. I would like breakfast. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So is this why Sayori is vice president? I whisper to Monoka. Monoki. I don't remember. She nods in return. Monika. I knew it. I knew I was missing something. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything earlier. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself out. What? Did I read that right, or was that actually like put wrong? That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about this sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly. Jim Bob, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. Jim Bob is triple dots. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the things of poems everyone likes. I read that wrong. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with a newfound determination.
Jim Bob, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Eee.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that thing kind of happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. Hang on, I gotta check the audio again. The computer keeps turning off for a second. Oh my god, it's gone on for 30 minutes. Alright, after this part I'll end it.
I just wanted your opinion, that's all.
I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Jim Bob, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun. Yeah.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. No! Return. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what future holds next time on Doki Doki Literature Club. Thanks, guys, for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to watch more. Bye. Hang on, I turned off the recording, not the audio.